Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. Today we're going to take a little time out from the Tundra and we're going to talk about the vehicle. I just bought my wife. It just got here. 2023 Highlander XSE all-wheel drive. This is the new turbo engine. I believe it's a 2.4 liter four-cylinder turbo. So this should be fun for her. Reason for getting rid of the 4Runner for this vehicle is pretty much a gas mileage thing. She works very far away. When we bought the 4Runner, she was working here in town. Now she's working around 50 miles away. So we needed something a little better on fuel, but we still wanted the space that the 4Runner offered. So this should be nice. This kind of happened very quickly. So I wanted to give you a quick tour of the inside, take a first drive with it. I haven't driven a Highlander in a very long time, but just looking around, it looks like it has a lot of modern features in it compared to my outgoing 2020 4Runner. So take a little ride with me. We'll talk about it. Won't be a long video, like I said, not Tundra related, but I figured, you know, if anybody's in the market for a Toyota secondary vehicle, this might be something for the family. So let's check it out. All right, let's start her up. Fairly quiet vehicle. It says Highlander across the screen there between the gauges. It has that very classic, let's turn the radio down there. It has that very classic Toyota look. Kind of like the Camry, Corolla. They all look the same when it comes to the interior layout. Very typical Toyota wheel. Steering wheel, that is. Now, I believe the Highlander offers a bigger screen. This isn't the biggest screen they offer. The other one goes all the way to the outside of the actual rim here. But, you know, it is what it is. This is fine. This vehicle was around $48,000 sticker. There's your climate control, vents, wireless charger, shifter. It has a bunch of modes down here. As you can see, mud and sand, rock and dirt, sport, normal, eco. A lot of your same stuff you'll see in the Toyota SUVs and trucks. But a nice modern look. Not a lot of chrome going on, more of a carbon fiber look, which is pretty cool. Once again, this is the XSE. Blind spot monitoring. It's got all the sensors, Toyota Safety Sense, that you would expect in these Toyotas today. Here's your upper controls here. This is for your moonroof, which is right above us. And if we spin around here, here's a look at the seats. Nice looking seats. Very Camry-esque, if you ask me. You get a little center console here. Nothing too crazy. Slides open. Little tray that's removable. Enough to do the job. Get some captain's chairs back there, and then a third row, which will go down. We'll use as a trunk, but it's good to have in case we ever need it. It's a very spacious interior. A lot of room in here. From the outside, it looks very low to the ground, but overall, very spacious interior. As a Tundra channel, I have to point out, this has a black headliner, and I wish the lower trims of Tundra did as well. But that's pretty much for the interior. Big mirror there. Side mirrors look good. Big enough for the vehicle, not too big. A nice view, big windshield out front. But let's take it for a ride, see how she handles. Okay, so here we go. First time driving the Highlander, or a Highlander in a very long time. So this is the new four-cylinder turbo engine, replacing the outgoing V6. Again, this is the XSE, so it's a little sport model. I expect it to handle great. I expect it to drive great. It already, in the one block I've driven it, feels nice and powerful. The reason this is going to be great for the wife is not just the fuel mileage, but just overall driving comfort. This is a sport-tuned suspension. You know, it's a Highlander. It's meant for comfort. It's meant for long-distance traveling. A lot of cargo space in here. I absolutely love that 4Runner and will always love that 4Runner. But when you're traveling, you know, over long distances like her, back and forth, something a little bit more comfortable like this will probably make her a lot happier. The fuel mileage itself is just way better. This is going to get her up into the mid to high 20s with the highway driving that she does. So that'll be good. I think just overall this will be a good victory as far as, you know, a vehicle purchase for what she's looking for. But she loves the 4Runner, and I know she will miss that. And hey, if we don't like this, Could always go back to a 4Runner, so that's a good thing too. This is magnetic gray. Can't go wrong with magnetic gray color. The interior, like we just spoke about, everything's black. Everything looks very modern compared to that 4Runner. The good part about that 4Runner, in 2020, they finally gave it a big 8-inch screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. They upgraded some of the things in it. It still had that same dash layout and infotainment layout that it always had. It just now had the bigger screen, and that made the biggest difference. It had push button start, but this is going to tie it all together. The seating is very comfortable. The bolstering is very good. Yeah, man, it drives good. It drives nice. It feels nice and powerful. This is just in normal mode right now. This is the way Toyota is going to the forced induction direction all the way. The Tundra, that we've spoke about, is twin turbo V6 is all the way through. Now there's a hybrid. There's also a hybrid available in this. This is not a hybrid. I know I asked a lot of people to guess what they thought we would get, and a lot of people said Highlander hybrid, but we don't need that. This is just fine for it. Love to test out the new engines to see if anything goes wrong, to help potential consumers out there. Now, that 4Runner we had was the TRD Off-Road Premium. It cost around, don't quote me, around $44,000, something like that. This was 47 and change, almost 48. So, I could see the justification for a little bit more of the money. I mean, it wasn't much. It was like $3,000 to $4,000 more. But this has, blind spot monitoring, a lot more features on the interior. See if it is a nice, powerful engine like it feels like it's going to be. We're not going to have to wait here. That's a good thing. It's pretty crowded out right now, middle of the afternoon. Listen to that. Sounds powerful. I mean, it's no Tundra, but gets up to speed real nice. It feels a lot more like a car. Like, we all know that the 4Runner, if you're an owner or you're someone who's driven a 4Runner, that thing's built off of a truck frame. That thing could probably get you through the apocalypse. Like, if there's a bug out situation where you got to get somewhere, that 4-liter V6 is gonna take you there with that big old truck frame. I hope they don't change the 4Runner too much, like I fear they may. But this, for everyday commuting is going to be insanely comfortable. It feels a lot smaller on the inside than I thought it would. This is a competitor to, say, the Honda Pilot. Gets up to speed real nice. I'm not hard on the pedal or anything right now, but it makes its way up to 50 miles an hour comfortably. Suspension is doing the work, getting over the bumps in the road. Very, very comfortable seats. That's going to be the instant take home for me, is how comfortable the seating is, how comfortable the seating position is. I think she will love it. When I have to drive it, I won't be mad about driving it. Steering is very tight in this. Brakes are very good. There's no brake dive or anything. I think moral of the story right now for this, it drives very much like a car. I'm not getting the feeling of an SUV. I'm not getting the feeling of the 4Runner at all. It feels like a car. It's kind of like when I went from the older generation Tundra to the new generation Tundra. Sure, they said Tundra on the outside of the vehicle, but they were completely polar opposite of each other. And that's kind of what this is, going from the 4Runner to this. They're both Toyota SUVs, but completely different. Now, this is a very bumpy road. They just pulled a pipe out of the road. It's always a good test to see how the vehicle gets down, but yeah, handles it really nicely. The suspension is going to be the win for her with this, I have a feeling. It's going to be something that she definitely says is way better than the 4Runner. That was one thing. The 4Runner suspension, that thing's built for off-road. I mean, that thing is built to take you wherever you need to go. I'm sure this could go off-road. I don't think I would take it anywhere super serious, but this is built for a nice, comfortable ride. Very nice. Overall, happy with the purchase, but I think just from the quick little drive I just did and getting the feel for the vehicle, she will love some of the things we highlighted. The steering, the braking, the acceleration, the features, the seats are the best. I think she will be very happy with this, but I will keep you informed. What do you think about the Highlander? What do you think about the Highlander XSE that we're in right now? Do you think this vehicle is worth $48,000, 47 and change? It does come nicely loaded, even without adding the optional extra stuff. This comes pretty nicely loaded because there wasn't a lot of extras on this. So I want to hear what you guys think. I know many of you are just Tundra owners, and you probably do not care about the Highlander, but just in case you need to purchase another Toyota vehicle for the family, this is an option out there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TundraDude34, TundraDude34, gmail.com. Highlander XSE, all-wheel drive. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Be well.